I think it's pretty obvious that you're holding this place down with an iron fist. But the only reason you are is because of that strap you're wearing around your waist.
No matter who I go up against, they all end up the same way.
We're gonna do as much as we can to ensure that you don't hold that by the end of the mountaintop game. Now, hold on, Mox, hold on. That's not why we're all out here. None of you know what it's like to be in the ring with him. This person you're talking about, they're irrelevant to me. He's too scared to be even in the same ring as me. Why should I bother about him? Because that's exactly what he wants. All he wants to be is an afterthought, an uncalculated measure. If you're not listening to me right now, then our entire match is doomed from the start. I deserve the bout as much as anyone else here in this ring. Out of what from your career makes you really think you deserve the Bread Wrestling Championship?
What we had was special.
You two had to ruin it all.
What we had was a brotherhood.
I'll never forgive you for what.
Alright, we get it. Enough of this.
The Shield this. You broke our brotherhood that. I'm tired of you using the same excuses. Roman Reigns, you are the weak one.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of people thinking they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody. I run it all.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Bread Wrestling. It is time for our yearly event known as the Mountaintop Game. One of the most dangerous, death-defying matches in all of wrestling. It can shorten careers, let alone lives, of the people that stand amongst it. The 6 people in this match are going to risk their lives for the Bread Wrestling Championship. And especially with the people in this match, it is gonna be a brutal fight. And the rules for this match are 4 wrestlers begin in the ring with 2 suspended and caged that will be lowered in timed intervals. The Bread Wrestling Championship is placed in the middle of the structure, and the objective is to climb it and win the Bread Wrestling Championship. And with the rules out of the way, let's begin this match.
The following is the Mountaintop Game, and it is for the Bread Wrestling Championship. First, making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, Seth freaking Rollins.
The visionary, the revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins has arrived. And of course has the golden opportunity to start in one of the cells. So that means he will be entering at a later time. So it's only a matter of time until he wreaks havoc on this match. The so-called Messiah always has a plan and is always calculating every single move. So when it comes to Rollins, you really have to think 2 steps ahead. But this match will take a toll on him no matter what he does. The Mountaintop Game is unforgiving and does not hold any room for mistakes. The longer this match goes, the bigger toll it has on your body. And especially being Seth Rollins, his back is going to be a main target. And now climbing the cell to conduct the crowd for them to sing his anthem. Confident as always, never batting an eye in the face that is danger. But confidence only gets you so far in the Mountaintop game. But the question is Seth Rollins ready? And now getting raised up into the cell, and now it's time to see who else will join him. And it is none other than the leader of the Judgment Day. All rise for this man. Edge has arrived. Do you really think you've known him? Because you never did. Bring it at the classics with this. Next, from Toronto to Canada, representing the Judgment Day, the regular superstar, Edge. The ultimate opportunist, getting this chance by any way he thought necessary. And of course starting in a cell as well. So he also will have a massive advantage going into this. One more chance to feel alive. Those are the words said by Edge. Meaning this might be his only opportunity left. So if it is, he's gonna spend it right. Who knows what this man is capable of in the Mountaintop game? Well, only time will tell for the Rated R superstar. And also starting in one of the cells. And it's time to see who will be starting off in this match. And of course, it's the Wild Thing. Here comes Mox. Coming out with a barbed wire base bat too. Next! From Cincinnati, Ohio, Jon Moxley! Definitely one of the more dangerous people to watch out for in this match. Truly a twisted mind that is in Jon Moxley. Coming out here with even a barbed wire bat. This man is prepared to win back the Bread Wrestling Championship. Because he was the Bread Wrestling Champion until Roman took it away from him in the Royal Rumble. So Moxley will definitely be locked and loaded for this match. And now it is time for our next opponent, who will be none other than the Phenomenal One. It might be AJ Styles, but he can still be considered the underdog for this match. And he'll show all of us what he can really do. Next, from Gainesville, Georgia, he is the phenomenal AJ Styles! Mind you, in order to get to the spot, AJ Styles had to beat Rey Mysterio in a one-on-one match. He has had a burning hatred for that man ever since he returned. It was AJ's jealousy that put him in this situation. And I mean, this is a pretty good situation to end up in, being part of the Mountaintop game of all things, but still, this is one of the most dangerous matches, one of the most brutal matches in wrestling. So AJ has to use his opportunities wisely in this. Because truly, who knows if the Phenomenal One can survive. But now, make way for him. Raise the ones for this man. The very reason why everyone wanted to be in this match. One of the biggest names in wrestling history. There truly has been no other man like him. A conqueror of conquerors. Now allow me to list the people that have stepped in his way only to get smashed by him. The Prince, Finn Balor, the Big Red Monster Kane, and an entire Royal Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Bread Wrestling Champion. Next! Pensacola, Florida, representing the Bloodline, he is the Bread Wrestling Champion, Roman Reigns. The ultimate needle mover, the head of the table, the tribal chief, and God mode himself. All of these names just for one man. And that man is Roman Reigns. Truly like no other. Any man that steps in front of him gets destroyed by him and his family. And I can't think of any other way this match is gonna go. Especially it being no disqualification, that is when the Bloodline does best. An incredible force to reckon with. He might just be the hardest challenge to go up against. Just look at the aura dripping off of him. Roman Reigns truly has had an insane run here in Bread Wrestling as of late. He returned here last year and formed the Bloodline with his cousins the Usos and Solo Sikoa. And now defending the Bread Wrestling Championship in one of the biggest stages of them all. But there is always one thing to remember. Every single person has their own weak spot. And Roman has plenty, so it's only a matter of time to see if they come and play. And now after that, the Bread Wrestling Championship has been lifted up into the center of the scaffolding structure. And now, with the entrances out of the way, oh, how could I forget? There is still one more person in this match. One of the most terrifying people I've ever known. We've been seeing these cryptic messages for a long time now, and I think it's finally time it becomes unveiled. This man or thing has been let in to Bread Wrestling once more. And it's only a matter of time before destruction falls upon this company. This could only lead to one thing. The Fiend has been let in.
Yes! From the Firefly Funhouse, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt!
I cannot imagine what twisted thoughts lie behind that mask. The gate has been opened and the Fiend has entered Bread Wrestling. We have seen it beforehand. The Fiend can destroy anyone in his path. And I am personally scared to know what could happen in the Mountaintop game of all things. One of the most dangerous matches with one of the most insane people I've known. The Fiend should be priority number one for everyone in this match. And if he isn't, then it's already a lost battle. Because we have already let in the Fiend. And now finally, with the entrances out of the way, it is time to start the Mountaintop game. AJ just rushing over to the Fiend, but gets caught and gets sent into the turnbuckles and then falling on the ground. The Fiend already displaying offense, but oh wait, here comes Moxley with his barbed wire bat, but oh wait! He just caught the barbed wire bat with his hand, and then sending Moxley out. Now just laying waste next to my commentator's desk, and Fiend just looking at him from the top, but oh wait, here comes Roman. Big Superman punch from Roman, and going straight to the Fiend, nothing but punches in the corner. It seems like Roman has developed some sort of technique after going up against Kane, but still isn't enough for the Fiend. Already, everyone has just been laid waste to the Fiend, and he's just looking at the Bread Wrestling Championship elevated from the ring and going to climb the scaffolding. But Mox is back up, and using the barbed wire bat again, attacking the Fiend at his legs. It seems like it's doing something to the Fiend, but not enough to bring him all the way down. And finally, Moxley is able to get the Fiend off the scaffolding and just whips the barbed wire bat across his face. Surprisingly, that knocks the Fiend to the ground, but oh wait, AJ Styles with a huge forearm and now just battering Mox's head. Already showing how this match can bring out the worst in people. And now AJ has an opportunity to climb the scaffolding. But oh wait, he sees the Fiend already getting back up. He better climb that thing faster. But oh wait, Roman with another big punch, sending AJ down. His spine had to have been crushed after getting sent down that high up. But now this gives Roman an opportunity to climb. But the Fiend making sure he doesn't move another inch, just grabbing him by his ankle. Roman just trying to escape, but there's no use. And now finally dragging down Roman, and now has him. But oh wait a minute, mandible claw locked in. Oh god, the Fiend has the mandible claw on Roman. But now AJ just elbowing Mox's neck. AJ really has to be firing at all cylinders for this match. It may be AJ Styles, but this is still a rare opportunity for him to be in such a high caliber match. And oh wait a minute, was about to use a steel chair, but Moxley able to elbow the knee of AJ. And now carrying AJ up. Looks like he's about to deliver a big arm trap suplex. Oh god. And on the cold, hard floor too. Moxley now has time to take a breather after that. But looks like he's getting up instantly after that. And now turning his attention to the scaffolding. Already trying to climb up it. And he's already reached the cell that Edge is being held in. And Edge just watching by. And oh, wait a minute. Trying to tear off the fingers of Moxley. What on earth? Oh, God. Just got sent through a 20-foot drop. How on earth could he survive? And the Fiend still has Roman in that hold. And Roman able to break free, just wrenching the Fiend's arm. But now the Fiend is just analyzing his hand. That can't be a good sign. And now Roman just trying to back up away from the Fiend. But gets hit in the back of the head with a trash can. AJ is pulling out everything for this match. And now tossing the trash can over to Moxley and hits him in the head. Now looking over to where Edge is. And Edge looks like he's waiting for AJ to climb up that end. But it looks like AJ is climbing up the different side. He has to use his opportunity fast. Or else, well, I guess it already happened. The Fiend has grabbed hold of AJ. And now bringing him back to the ground. And luckily AJ was able to stick the landing. But no, crossbody from the Fiend. Just wiping out AJ. And now Roman and Moxley both charging to each other. Both just in collision with each other. But Moxley kicking Roman in the gut, turning him away. And now slapping him on the back. But oh wait, no. Roman with an elbow at the last second. But oh wait, here comes the Fiend. Just climbing up when no one's looking. But apparently his attention got spotted by Roman and Moxley. Seemingly teaming up just to get the Fiend out of the equation. Trying to pull him down with all their might. They're still pulling, but it's just no use. But here comes AJ Styles. All three of their combined efforts and the Fiend still won't budge. But oh wait! Giant crossbody from the top and the Fiend already getting back up. The Fiend practically playing with his food at this point. Everyone just annihilated after that. This is insane, but oh wait, perfect time. Rollins' cell has been opened. just bulleting through the Fiend, elbowing him to the ground. Rollins already making a mark on this match, and now curb stomp to Moxley. Now the fact that Rollins just came in here, he has a lot of more energy than everyone else. Oh no, wait, he's pulling out a table from under the ring. Nothing good can happen when tables are involved. Just setting it up at ringside now, and oh, Roman, big spear! Just annihilated Seth Rollins. Roman was locked on to Seth Rollins' location, and now just picking him up now. And now just tossing him into the scaffolding. His face connecting with that metal. And now Roman just pounding Seth Rollins' face into the metal. And oh god, Rollins could have very likely broken his nose right there. And now Roman just walking away from the mess he made. But oh wait, AJ Styles off the top rope. Phenomenal forearm. Big move by AJ Styles. This could be one more chance for AJ Styles. But oh wait, here comes the Fiend. Grabs AJ Styles. Looks like a time for a Sister Abigail. But oh wait, Rollins with a super kick. Knocking the Fiend off balance. And now the Fiend is charging. But oh wait, Rollins with a drop kick. This is shocking to see. Rollins is really able to hold his own up against the Fiend. And now obviously not wasting any time. Just climbing the scaffolding, but it looks like Moxley sees him. Yep, there he goes, climbing up to Rollins' level. There's only one way this thing is gonna end, and it's gotta be with one of these two falling, and they're already pushing each other. These two are going through insane lengths just for the Bread Wrestling Championship. And Rollins just battering the chest of Moxley. He could fall any instant, but it looks like the Fiend is also back up. And so is Roman, and he's charging towards him. Roman going for a Superman punch, but oh, Fiend able to catch him out of midair and slams him on the ground. Our worries may just be true if the Fiend is able to compete like this. And oh, AJ Styles trying to attack the Fiend, but it looks like it didn't even move him. Definitely not the brightest idea by AJ. Oh god! The Fiend just lunging at his neck. AJ is gasping for air. The Fiend just demolishing everyone in his path. And AJ needing a second, quite literally needing to catch his breath. And Moxley able to push Rollins off the scaffolding. This could be his one opportunity here. Just so close and yet so far from the Bread Wrestling Championship. Will Moxley become a champion in Bread Wrestling once more? Trying to crawl on the top of the structure, but oh wait, it's no use. The Fiend has a hold of him. Making sure Moxley doesn't budge an inch. And now bringing him down the scaffolding. Just ripping him from the top. And oh no. It looks like the Fiend is going for an electric chair chop all the way from the top. But oh wait, here comes Roman. No way. No way. Electric chair powerbomb Tower of Doom. We have to look at that again. Just a massacre out here on ringside. Everyone was battered and bruised already, but this takes it a whole step further. And Rollins and AJ, the only two people who weren't affected by that, are now up and fighting each other. Just a contest of strength, and now AJ able to get behind him. Surprisingly, showing some technical matchup between these two in such a brutal match. And now Rollins gets slammed on his back, and it looks like Roman is just crawling, gasping for whatever he can. And just finally able to reach the scaffolding once more. And now climbing it with such desperation. He wants to end it right now. He wants to stay champion. And finally reaching the top. Just inching closer and closer to his belt. Just having to take a moment though to rest before he finally grabs it. And wait a minute, where did AJ Styles get that hammer from? Thankfully though, Rollins is just able to get out the way of it. And evading once more. That could have killed Rollins. But thankfully though, his agility was able to match up with AJ. And as we see Moxley still trying to recover from that insane Tower of Doom. And finally being able to walk again. Looks like he's going for something under the ring now. What else can he find under there? And of course, it's a trash can lid. With every new weapon, this match gets more and more dangerous. And now Rollins just stomping out AJ Styles on the ramp. And I think he sees now as a perfect opportunity to go climb the scaffolding. With Roman still up there, he has to climb that as fast as he can. And now grabbing hold of Edge's cell. Let's hope Rollins doesn't suffer the same fate as Moxley, but oh, wait a minute. It looks like it's time for Edge to officially join this match. And out the gate with a spear to AJ. Now with everyone in the match, this thing is surely to get more crazy. And now Roman up top gets hit with a trash can lid. And it looks like Moxley has reached the top of the structure. And now these two just staring each other down, the calm before the storm. Just trying to toss each other down. And now down below, Rollins' face getting smashed into the steel by Edge. But it looks like he just stopped. Oh, I think I know the reason why. Oh no, this is bad for Edge. Looks like he's having flashbacks from the last match they had against each other. The Fiend leaping towards Edge. Just on top of him, having both hands on his neck. It looks like he's trying to kill Edge. Roman and Moxley still just fighting it out on the top, and it looks like AJ Styles has made his way up there too. With Roman and Mox distracted, this could be his one opportunity. But Rollins has a hold of his heel, making sure he doesn't go anywhere. Trying to get away, but it looks like it's no use. Having the crawl there, with Rollins still holding him, just a little bit further, and he can finally do this. But Rollins still holding him back. But he finally is able to kick Rollins and drops him on top of the cell. And speaking of which, the Fiend has Edge and a mandible claw up against it. And now AJ has his opportunity. But wait, if you see the other side, oh God! There's no way! Dirty Deeds on top of the structure! Roman is just barely dangling after that. This can only get worse for Roman. Just had his head implanted into that steel. And Moxley looks like he's thinking bad thoughts. Gonna send Roman rushing down 20 feet in the air. But oh, wait a minute! AJ Styles with a phenomenal forearm, setting Moxley off balance. And oh no, it's only gonna get worse from here. He can't really be doing this right? Right? About to hit Moxley with a Styles Clash. Just shaking the entire structure. And now sent Moxley dangling too. And now both these two just feet away from possible death. And it looks like Roman is trying to gain momentum. Wait a minute, oh no! Spear from the top! What on earth? Wait, we gotta look at that again! Just a 20-foot drop into the center of the ring! How are these two not dead? That was one of the most brutal things I think I've ever seen! This match just keeps getting crazier! And of course, Edge still in the mandible claw. But oh wait, Rollins from the top of the cell! Leaping onto the Fiend! We can only hope that neutralizes him for long enough. But wait, of course Dominic's out here again! And hits Rollins in the back with a steel chair! Of course Dominic involves himself in this match. How many times does this guy have to interject himself into things? And now it looks like Edge is pointing up to where AJ Styles is. Just so close to the title. Just so close. But of course, here comes Dominic all the way at the top already. Trying to push AJ off. And almost succeeding too. And now Edge has a steel pipe. Where did he get that from? And now looking to use it on the Fiend. Swinging for the fences. It connects with the Fiend. But wait, just acting like it's nothing. I knew it. I knew that wouldn't have done anything. Why did Edge think that would work? He should have known. The same thing happened with their one-on-one match. Looks like he's just paralyzed in fear. Oh, nope, there he goes. He's running. But the Fiend grabs him, puts him in ready for the Sister Abigail. Oh God, this is exactly like their match from last year. And now Moxley and Roman just having to crawl out of the ring after that devastating spear. Everyone just in pain. But oh, back on top, Dominic just tosses AJ into the ring. And now he gets to experience that 20-foot drop. Thank goodness Mox and Roman got out of the way in time. But oh, of course. Fiend sets his sights on Dominic. And Dominic is just a sitting duck to all of this. The Fiend grabbing the ankle, just trying to drag Dominic down. But oh, there he goes, into all that mess. Just landing atop all that clutter. But it doesn't look like the Fiend is done with them yet. And now it looks like Moxley is finally able to stand on his own. But of course, spots Seth. You know the deal when it comes with them. Old rivals, but former friends. And now just wailing on each other. Just lefts and rights, back and forth. And oh, wow. And as if this match couldn't get any crazier, here comes the rest of the bloodline. Here to help Roman keep the title. Doing anything it takes for him to keep it. And Jay just jumping on both of them. And now both Jimmy and Jay just attacking Rollins and Mox. And Solo able to deliver a pretty big elbow to Dominic. But it looks like that caught the attention of the Fiend. And now going to spike him. But the Fiend doesn't even move. First time I've ever seen this Samoan spike not be effective. The Fiend didn't even react to that. And now AJ Styles looking out the chaos in the ring and then hits a big splash on everyone. Wiping out the Usos, Seth and Mox. But Roman with a Superman punch and lays out the Fiend. I guess it gives Edge an opportunity to climb the structure. Sneakily getting by. Roman trying to stop him, but the Fiend's back up and slams Roman down. I don't even know what to call that move. Now the Fiend getting up, and it looks like he spots Solo and Dominic. They're both back up now. And at the top of the structure, Edge is almost there, but it looks like AJ Styles is in his way. This can't be good for either of them. Phenomenal form. Edge catches it into a spear on top of the structure. But no time to think about that anymore. The Fiend just lays out Dominic and Solo at ringside. This is horrifying to watch. It looks like the Fiend is just becoming more insane. Even if that's a possibility. And now Jay trying to strike the back of Rollins, but gets out of the way. And now gets his hand caught in the cell cage. His hand is stuck. His hand is stuck. And now Rollins with a super kick to a defenseless Jay and hits the ground hard. What a match this has been. And oh, it just keeps getting better. Mr. Money in the Bank, Finn Balor has arrived. He's going to cash in. He's going to cash in the contract. And oh, where did McIntyre come from? Just laid out Finn and even the ref. Now grabbing Finn by the collar, leading him out of the arena. This is the second time that McIntyre has done that. And I guess this gives Rollins an opportunity to climb the structure. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's stopping him. Just standing on the cage, halfway there. And of course, taking time to conduct the crowd. But he has to get up there fast. Who knows what could happen even within a minute of this. And now finally climbing the rest of the structure. I think Mox has finally noticed him. It looks like he's climbing up too. And what is the Fiend doing? This is just getting more and more disturbing to watch. Now I know we can't handle him by ourselves. But with all three of us, we can lay him out for at least a while. So Dom, are you going to join us just this one time? Yeah, definitely. Then let's get this guy. And now Jay and Solo rushing towards the Fiend. But what? Of course this dirtbag isn't joining them. Just climbing the cell instead. And now Jay and Solo just landing on the Fiend.
Roman, you gotta get up there now. We'll handle the Fiend for as long as we can.
And now Jay just telling Roman to climb the cell. And this probably is his best opportunity. And the Fiend's starting to budge. And now just launching them both off. Truly, I have to ask, what is going to stop the Fiend? Oh no, it looks like Solo has spotted Dominic climbing the cell. Solo definitely wants some payback after what Dominic did. And back on top, Edge and AJ are just fighting it out. AJ just dangling. Edge preparing for another spear. But AJ gets out of the way just in time. Edge just landing on that cold hard metal. But oh wait, Rollins Rollins is all the way up and just wailing on AJ. But Styles able to pull him off and now finally getting up. And so is Seth. But oh, out of nowhere, Seth tossing AJ off. AJ is just able to hold on though. Desperately trying to get up. But oh, Rollins with a curb stomp sending AJ flying into a table. Oh my God. Run that back. We have to see that again. That could have just killed AJ Styles. I just can't take this anymore. I really can't. How much humanity are these people willing to lose just for the Bread Wrestling Championship? People have quite literally defied death in this match. But oh, Roman with a spear atop the structure to Rollins. Now just demanding to be acknowledged. This is Roman's one opportunity to grab the belt. And here goes Moxley too, but looks like Jimmy has his ankle. But oh, gets kicked in the face in return and lands on his back. Mox heading for the championship, but Roman with the Superman punch. Now trying to push him off. But Roman has to be careful about this too. He could risk himself falling from this angle. And finally now Dominic has climbed up to the top. But it looks like someone has a hold of him. And of course, it's Solo Sikoa, who obviously wants revenge after what Dominic did. But Dominic just kicking him in the face. But oh, that doesn't look like it's stopping the enforcer of the bloodline. Just climbing up there with Dominic. Dominic has got to be regretting what he has done. And he's got to be careful too. He's all the way up top. Oh God, that was not a smart decision. Why does Dominic always do this to himself? And Solo grabbing his neck. And oh no, looks like Dominic is about to get spiked by Solo Sikoa. Oh! Just gets sent flying 20 feet and then into the stage. That's gotta be the end for Dominic. And all around, just pushing up Solo Sikoa. And that was such a hard fall too. And Edge just watching all this in total awe. Oh no! Edge turn around! Edge turn around, it's the Fiend, grabbing him by the neck. Oh God, now they're throwing him off into my commentary desk. This is getting too insane, but we gotta check that again. Even I am now at risk in this match. And I think now finally, everyone has realized how big of a threat the Fiend really is. It's just down to 4 people at this point. This is gonna get even worse. Roman going in for a Superman punch, but gets caught in the neck by the Fiend. Just gets hurled towards Rollins. Both of them at the risk of falling. And now Moxley just taking it to the Fiend, but now the Fiend dropping him 20 feet down with a clothesline. And now that just leaves Roman and Seth to take out the Fiend. Our nightmares may very well become reality. Roman going in to spear the Fiend, but catches him like it's nothing, and then gets hoisted up and launched at Rollins. And Rollins hitting the metal cage at the bottom of the structure. And now Roman is dangling, just barely dangling at the top. And now the Fiend just taking the moment in before he steps on Roman's fingers. And oh God! Roman just sent down on the cold, hard floor. And now it seems the worst has become true. Now no one is left to stop the Fiend and just grabbing the Bread Wrestling Championship and declaring himself the winner.
And new Bread Wrestling Champion, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
This is officially the darkest day in all of Bread Wrestling. Because our biggest fears have just become true. The Fiend has become the Bread Wrestling Champion. And I for one am worried for what this will bring. Just look at the destruction, the mayhem, the pain and misery spread out here on ringside. And all of it was because of the Fiend. I appreciate everyone for watching this match. This took me so long to make, but it was worth it in the end product. Thank you, and good night.